know the question on all of your minds. Rachel, where were you last week? Well, I'll tell you, I was in Vancouver on training. It was great training, but you don't want to hear about that, so I'm just going to move right along. Last week, I missed out on the topic actually that I came up with, which was selecting a picture that you feel represents Canada team in some way. So I'm going to try and do that topic and also do this week's topic, which is about food and diet. Can I do both in like under 3 minutes? Not likely, but I'm going to try. So this is the picture that I selected to represent Canada for me. So the reason I chose this picture is because it is a nice representation of a BC coastline. It's actually here on Haida Gwaii. It's a picture of Tow Hill, but it's pretty typical for anywhere on the coast of British Columbia. And the reason I chose this is because that's kind of Canada for me right now, is this idea of living off the land, which I don't do, but people here do that. That's a lot of work. So I chose it because that's sort of my reality right now. I am not living in a city, and it's really a different kind of lifestyle, which I enjoy. If you had asked me what picture I would have chosen a couple years ago, I probably would have selected something very different, maybe a visual of the Toronto skyline, or maybe something a little bit more political, something to do with Jack Layton. But right now, I'd say that this is it for me. That's what best represents Canada for me right now. Second part of this video, topic number 2, is on food. So I don't really know what the stereotypes are for Canadians, what we eat, other than poutine and, I don't know, apparently whale blubber, according to Hung. I haven't heard that one before. I have eaten an icicle, well, several icicles when I was a kid. That was a big thing to do. Is that something that's like Canadian, eating icicles? I feel like there's some Americans out there mocking us Canadians for eating icicles. I feel like that's a thing that's happened. But, so when I'm not eating icicles, which now is all the time because I'm an adult and adults don't eat icicles. But what else do I eat? Nothing specifically Canadian. The one thing that I've tried being out here, and I've talked about it in the past, is gao, which I've explained before, is herring roe or fish eggs on kelp or seaweed. And it's very crunchy, actually a wonderful texture. And I believe when I had it, it was covered in soy sauce, so it's just a nice salty flavor. Really, really nice. And it is a Haida cultural food, which is really good and definitely Canadian. Okay, I did it. It's just over 3 minutes. Yeah. See you guys next week. What is this? Stop it, hair. Behave.